A devastating sight in Chile. Dozens of dead sea lions have washed up on the country's northern shore in the region of Antofagasta. This is the grim scene on the beach in Jonitos, seals found in an advanced state of decomposition. It's claimed by the Chilean environmental authorities that the animals are dying of starvation. That's because the El Niño phenomenon is causing a scarcity of phytoplankton, which is needed to feed anchovy and sardines, which are an essential part of the sea lion's diet. Experts don't know how long this phenomenon will last, and according to local media, bodies started washing up on the shore 2 months ago.
When residents in the eastern Mexican state of Veracruz woke up one morning, they found that a nearby river had literally disappeared overnight. Local media report that a sinkhole is to blame for draining the Atoyac River during the night of Sunday, February 28th. Residents in Rancho San Fermin said they heard a loud bang during the night, followed by rumbling. Provincial authorities said a crack nearly 100 feet long had opened up, crossing the riverbed almost 2 miles from the river's estuary, which provides fresh water for more than 10,000 families in the region. Experts believe the river's disappearance may be due to the area's unstable limestone foundation.
As many as 11 people may have been killed in the flooding in Peru. The country has had some of its heaviest rains in 2 decades, with
some 2,700 families affected. Some places have seen 40 centimeters or 16 inches of rain, accompanied by power outages and landslides. Meteorologists say the floods are due to El Niño weather that's sweeping the continent.
It's just a panic button. It just, from the bottom of your stomach, you're just like, where is the problem now?
It stopped Don Worley right in mid-sentence and shook his home.
We were sitting on the couch watching TV and the whole house started shaking, so we went outside and all my neighbors were like, "Did you hear that? Did you hear that?" We're like, "Yeah."
A noise that could be heard throughout his quiet Lindenhurst neighborhood. A loud boom.
Whatever it was, it literally shook the town. It was loud, and it was the same thing we heard, I guess, a month ago.
Suffolk police tell us the sound could be heard in several towns, but they have no knowledge of any explosions in the area. 911 calls flooded into dispatchers seconds after the loud noise.
10-4, I was thinking of even calling the airport, I don't know, maybe a sonic boom of some sort.
I'll just keep checking around and going down the street, just make sure it wasn't a house collapse.
I just got a call from Christina up in Deer Park, and they said they heard something really loud also.
Number 1772 Gladstone, the 40 paper, I heard a loud explosion in the area.
The Coast Guard is now investigating.
Finally, a dramatic display in Ecuador. Take a look at this. The Tanguara volcano has erupted, spewing lava. At one point, it sent ash 4,000 meters into the sky. It also sent rock hurling more than a kilometer down its slopes. The volcano began showing activity back in late February, but that intensified in recent days.
Before the commercial break, in Indonesia now is going to be the location of a very powerful earthquake. At first, it was reported as an 8.2. Seconds ago, and I mean 20 seconds ago, the USGS downgraded this to 7.9.
There is no apparent tsunami threat at this time, and there were no immediate reports of damage or casualties. This is the strongest quake of 2016. The last quake this strong was a magnitude 8.3 off the coast of Illapel, Chile on September 16th of 2015.
Well, did you see this video? Check it out. Here it goes. We heard several reports from viewers saying they saw a big flash across the sky. Well, at least one viewer actually captured it on camera. A fireball is another term for a very bright meteor, which is what that is. And someone near Gasville said that they also heard a loud boom.
Witnessing an eclipse is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that residents of Indonesia and the Pacific got the chance to experience. A solar eclipse happens when the moon casts a shadow on the Earth as it passes between the world and the sun, whereas a partial eclipse happens when the Earth passes within the penumbra of the moon. As the eclipse reached totality, the moon blocked all direct sunlight, turning day into night.
To an increasingly dangerous and developing situation, another major storm system, this one in the south, triggering states of emergency. Families have been pulled from rooftops, some from trees, as police and the National Guard move in.
1,300 rescues today. Rising floodwaters have killed at least 5 people.
Across 5 states, potential flooding from Texas to Illinois. 22 million people under flood watches, stretching 1,000 miles.
It's causing severe thunderstorms and excessive rainfall, never seen before in the month of March.
The rain just doesn't want to end. Some areas along the Gulf Coast could still see 6 more inches, adding to the nearly 2 feet that's destroying homes and washing away roads. Tonight, the National Weather Service is calling this the kind of rain event that happens every 1,000 years.
Heading to Mexico for a nice vacation in the warm sun? Think again. Those are snowflakes falling in Mexico. That's right. We've been seeing a lot of snow in Mexico, especially above 8,000 feet. That's thanks to this very strong system. It's been bringing rain in the lower elevations, and it's been the thing that has been driving that moisture into the southeast United States.
The forecast called for rain, but the ferocity of the storm took many in the UAE by surprise. Massive downpours swept across this desert nation this week, with more rainfall than the UAE normally gets in a single year. The worst of it hit Wednesday. Full damage has not yet been assessed, but with more rainfall on the way, meteorologists say this desert rainstorm could be one for the books.
Dramatic video out of China captures the moment a passenger bus is swallowed up by a huge hole that suddenly appeared in the middle of the road.
Rio de Janeiro declares a state of crisis after torrential rainfall flooded parts of the city. Cars, buses, and local residents are stranded as streets turn into murky rivers. Meanwhile, Brazilian President Dilma Rousseff flew over areas hit by downpours that killed at least 20 people in the state of Sao Paulo.
Get a load of how much rain fell in Sao Paulo, 87 millimeters in a 24-hour period. That is over half our monthly average, again, just in one day's time. The fingerprints of climate change all over this particular event.
Now to the disaster still unfolding in the south, where floodwaters continue to rise even after the torrential rain has stopped. Emergency levees are holding for now in Louisiana, where some 5,000 homes are damaged. But in one Texas town, it's too late to save a community that has lost everything.
This is the worst flooding Deweyville has seen in over 100 years. Everything, the sheriff's department, post office, church, school, and the town's only grocery store is underwater.
The damage has gone from serious to catastrophic. 1,200 ordered to evacuate.